What is going on, guys? TheWaffle here, and welcome back to some more Planet Zoo. Now, last time we left off, we did the stately homeschooling Goodwin House level, and it was a pretty good introduction to the game. It was a tutorial level, and it looks like we're going to be moving on to yet another tutorial level, the Ape Apprenticeship. A cheesy little pun there. The Madagascan Simian Conservation Project. The Madagascan Simian Conservation Zoo is a culmination of Bernard Goodwin's work in the region, specializing in simian breed and release programs, as well as championing and highlighting the diverse species of apes and monkeys. But never one to be complacent, Bernard now wants to see what you can do in this most promising of locations. Alright, well, let's just jump into this one. This one's a tutorial level as well, so let's start a new scenario here. And let's see what this one has to offer. Of course, we're going to be dealing with monkeys and apes and all that kind of stuff, so that's going to be pretty exciting. I don't think there are any monkeys in that first tutorial area, so this is going to be pretty interesting.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's Primate Sanctuary. It's not just primates, though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
Alright, let's head on over to their sanctuary. So let's go over to the highlighted area, which for some reason I can't move just yet. Oh, geez, there we go. Golly. Anyways, here they are right here. Let's go look at the lemurs.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Massoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Alright, let's head on over there. And let's go look at the orangutans, shall we? Let's get out of that. And let's zoom out. Let's try and find the, oh, here they are right here. Zoomed out hardcore right there. Let's go look at the orangutans over here. Oh, there they are right there. All right. Oh, look at that guy.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in. And they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera. Aren't they just incredible? When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
Let's go look at some bonobos, shall we? Let's zoom out of here, and let's try and... Oh, here we go, all the way over here.
Oh, dear. It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed.
Uh-oh.
And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel. Good, now open the Animals tab.
Let's go to Animals.
And click on Box All Animals to box up the remaining bonobos.
Alright, let's box all animals.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement, sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet.
Right.
Now, click on one of the paths to place the vet in your zoo.
There we go.
Great. Now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo.
Alright, let's go to the bonobo.
And then click on the Call Vet button to call the vet over to capture it.
Oh my gosh, he got really far away. Look at that. Let's call the vet over.
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there. As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Alright, well I've got the barrier selected right now. Edit barrier. And I suppose we'll just, there you go, and then delete that. So let's just hit delete. There you go. And I guess place a brand new one down.
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
So select this one, climb proof on left.
Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. And then open the Animals tab. And finally, click on Unbox All Animals to let them out. I expect some of them are fair bursting for the toilet.
Oh gosh, there's must be the one the vet just caught and brought back over here, huh? So there we go. And they're out.
So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area again. Hire a mechanic and then click on a path to place them in the zoo.
All right, let's get this guy over here.
And then click on the path again to hire a second mechanic. As you can see, you don't have to go back into staff management if you're hiring lots of the same type of staff member.
And there we go, we got the bronze.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
All right, let's go talk to Bernie.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animals stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
That'd be pretty funny.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. The animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Oh, here we go.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building. Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
And there we go.
Right, splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select Vet Research.
All right, let's go research.
Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo. and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Drag and drop a vet over here, so we only have one, Manuel Francis. So I suppose we'll drag and drop him, and boom.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Educational speakers, kind of like we heard in Jurassic World Evolutions. So let's get ourselves, oh, here we go. Let's get ourselves over there and place them down.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
All right, looks like there's already a stand there, so that's pretty good. And let's see if we can place one like right there. There we go. All right, so we've got one on that little sign right there, or little stand. Looks like we have another one over here we can place it on. So there we go. Hopefully it's not upside down.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel. And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious.
Yep.
When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
Man, those people are excited to look at the educational boards. Let's do the same on the other side. So let's make this one say ring-tailed lemurs.
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Alright, so wonder where we could actually stick these, like on the pole, like right there, perhaps? What is that pole even for? I can't even see. Why is that even... It's like showing me, oh, it's the guest education meter right there. Okay, so that's pretty good. So, we could place it all throughout this. So, oh, there's a... So, yeah, that is what those signs are for. They're supposed to be for the speakers. There's a speaker right there on that pole. So, yeah, let's definitely place them on those poles that are already just kind of there. So, let's place one, like, right here. There you go. That should be fine. And is there another pole around? Oh, here we go. Here's another pole. Nice. There you go.
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
Alright, let's go to ring-tailed lemur on that speaker, and ring-tailed lemur on this other speaker. There you go.
Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area.
Alright, looks like we have 3 right there, so let's click on that.
Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
Alright, research completed.
Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel. Next, click on the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Alright, looks like this is the pre-built one, but of course, yeah, she said you could build your own as well. Maybe we'll do that a little bit later. But during the tutorial bit, I think we're just going to place down the pre-built one.
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
All right, let's select the lemur habitat, shall we?
Lovely. Now select the Animals tab. There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality. Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's already watering.
Very basic. Grade 2 food quality, $126.6 per feed, so a little bit more expensive, but I'd say it's worth it. These guys will enjoy it.
So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities, releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Alright, where was that again? Those were the bonobos there. Here's the orangutan. Okay, let's go over here.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agung, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel, and find him in the Animals list.
Alright, let's go to Animals. I think it was this first one. Let's select this first one. Is that the right one? Yep, here you go. Release Agung into the wild. Okay, let's release him into the wild with this button. Release to the wild, Agung. Lifespan remaining 4 stars, fertility remaining 5 stars, fertility gene 5 stars, conservation status 4.5 stars. Not bad. You cannot undo this action. So let's release him for 1,171 conservation credits. So there you go.
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
So we can just release them into the wild when they're ready. All right, that's good. I like that. That's pretty cool.
I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
This guy and his puns.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there? Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier, then pop it into the gap.
All right, exhibit. So it's going to be for small little critters like we saw earlier with the frogs and the spiders and all that kind of stuff. So let's see, exhibit, and click that on there. And I guess just place it down. Boom.
Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila Monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
All right, exhibit trading. And let's get a... What was it? Gila Monster or Gila Monster? I don't know, but this thing looks kind of crazy. It looks like a lizard-type creature. So I guess we'll just adopt that bad boy?
Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila Monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there.
All right, exhibit, and let's move over to here.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel. Good. Now click on the Layout tab. Oh, well, it looks like we've only got the Enrichment Level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila Monster.
Okay, Gila Monster. Okay, so that's good to know. Hiding place A, B, or C. Which one's which?
As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila Monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab. Here, you can see the Gila Monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
Alright, yeah, look at that. The temperature needs to go up. The humidity needs to come down a ton. Look at that. Holy heck. So, might want to... Let's get the ambient temperature. What was it? Down? So let's get that down to like maybe like 10% or something like that? 10% humidity, and then... I don't know. Let's do 10. 15. I don't know what that is right there. It's either 10 or 15 right there. But actually, can I like hover over it and it'll tell me the specific number? I don't know. Either way, it's going down right there, dehumidifying right there, and of course we need to bring the temperature up a little bit. So let's go to like maybe 35 there. Let's see if that's good enough for the temperature. So it's increasing right now. I think we might need to bring it to 40. Let's go to 40 on this. And there you go. Let's bring that. Oh, look at that. It just turned green there on the temperature, so that's good to know. And it looks like humidity might need to come up a little bit there. So let's bring that up to 20%. And hopefully that's going to be good.
That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab. You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a 2-dimensional background, or even a 3-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options?
Well, that's window number 1 over here, so that one's closed off.
There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
So 2D facade, 3D facade. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's kind of like a little wall there, and it kind of blends in with the exhibit. That's good to know. I don't think we're going to have any of these. Let's see what the 2D one... Okay, so it's just a picture there. I don't like that. Yeah, let's just select none there, and let's get rid of the actual window. There you go. Just because this is kind of like a 360... Although we could put it on this side, honestly. But I do like it having it like fully open like this, so that seems pretty good. Anyways, she said education boards, so let's get some education boards going. So where were those? Viewing devices and speakers, I think. Yep. And then go to screens and cameras. Education, exhibit education board. Alright. I think that's what this thing is over here. That little, tiny little, like, podium type thing that has information about the critter. So maybe we could put it like right here. Or maybe we'll put it like right here. Let's put it like right here. Just not in the center, but like kind of off in the corner-ish. So there you go. That way people can see about it. Alright, is that good? Or do we need more? I think we might need more. Yeah, let's put it on this side. Because the other one's like on the other side. Oh gosh. Let's rotate that. Let's place it like right here. There you go. Let's get rid of this one.
Just like the education boards and speakers we put down for the ring-tailed lemurs, you'll need to link these to the Gila Monster. Go on.
There we go.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
Oh man, we're going to be making new habitats and exhibits on our own, so that's going to be pretty cool. Anyways, let's see. Oh, geez. Looks like we have vet research. Let's see what this is. And yep, as she said earlier, the vet is continuing to research about the ring-tailed lemurs, so looks like we have another one completed there, so that's pretty cool. And what else happened here? Something else happened. I don't know. Either way, we will need to build more habitats and exhibits and all that kind of stuff, so might want to look around, see if there's any more empty spots for us to place any of these down on. But right now, I'm not seeing any. Oh, there is one right here, though, that's kind of empty. Yeah, here's an empty one. So perhaps we could put something in there. So how many do we need? Have at least 12 species in the zoo. We have 9 right now, so that's good to know. So let's view the animal exhibit market. So we have a Gila Monster. I guess we can get a giant burrowing thing. I don't know, what is this thing? Cockroach? Ugh. Oh god, man, that's disgusting. So we can get some heckin' cockroaches. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of them there, you guys. Only like, what are these things down here? He's like oh, an iguana? That seems pretty cool. Let's see, how do we want to sort these? By like their rating or whatever? What is this one, conservation rating or something? I think so, so this one has a lot. Yeah, there's the Gila Monster. I think we're going to try and get a different one though, so might want to go for an iguana. Do we have one already? I guess we could check real quick. So, go to animals. Let's go to species. Yeah, looks like we already have an iguana somewhere named Eduardo. So don't want to get another one. Then we have a Gila Monster there. We already have a heckin' cockroach there, so we're going to need to find something that we don't already have. Oh, here we go. So we can get a Goliath Frog, I think, huh? So I might want to get one, honestly. So looks like this one costs 43 conservation, like, points or whatever those are down there. Conservation credits. You can earn conservation credits in the following ways: releasing animals into the wild, selling animals into the marketplace, sending your avatar to visit other zoos, logging in daily, and completing community challenges. So might want to get a Goliath Frog, honestly, you guys. So let's do this. Let's adopt this one. Boom. There you go. Send to zoo. And just select this exhibit that's kind of already empty. And now it's a frog exhibit. Nice. I like that. And we're going to have to place down, like she said earlier, one of these educational things. So let's get an educational board for this Goliath Frog. And just place it down like right here, I suppose. So there you go. Alright, and then let's do Goliath Frog. And I think we're good to go on that front, you guys. So what are we up to? 10 now? Yep, we're up to 10 species. So that was pretty good. Let's keep looking around. See if there are any more exhibits or like slots that we can. Oh man, habitat cleanliness is a disease risk. Probably the hippos, I bet. Let me just guess. Hippopotamuses or hippopotami. I don't know. The lemurs. Really? Is there a way for the guys to get in there? Maybe down here. Yep. Oh, okay. It looks like there's a guy going in there already. So it looks like there's a guy going in there, clean up all the feces that are all over the place and making it not a disease risk anymore. So that's good to know. Anyways, let's zoom in over here like we did previously and see if there's any. Yeah, look at this. We have the same shots we had back in Planet Coaster with Gulpy over there and Just a Memento. And what is this one right here? That one seems pretty new. Oh, that's a Just a Memento too. They're both Just a Memento. No, I guess so. It's kind of weird putting them both right next to each other, but whatever. Anyways, oh, a bathroom right there too, and then, of course, we have a Cosmic Cow over here for milkshakes, Pip Shot for drinks and stuff. There's another Gulpy place there. What is this place? Just a Memento again, yeah. And I think we have the same, like, music playing here as well. It sounds familiar. Anyways, let's see. Another bathroom there, Cosmic Cow. I wonder if the burger place is in here. Maybe. But let me keep looking around here, and oh man, there's this whole island over here. Ooh, yeah, and then there's like, I guess maybe we could make a bridge going across this waterfall here. That'd be pretty good. And that's how people can get to this exhibit over here, so that'd be pretty cool. Maybe we can, instead of making it like one giant exhibit, we could do what they did here and kind of split it off into 3 different exhibits. So perhaps we'll do that over here. Might want to clear out the trees, that way we'll have a lot more room to kind of build, and then of course place the trees back down later. So that's going to be pretty cool. She basically told us, hey, just heckin', oh wait, do these already have stuff in them already? Okay, these do. This one does as well. What is that down there? A mandrill. Ooh. And I think all the, yeah, this is the one that had the ring-tailed lemur or whatever, so that one already has that. That one already has critters inside of it. This is the orangutans, I think, or... No, these are the bonobos, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then there's this area over here, too. Yeah, this one, it already has, like, paths over here, so perhaps, yeah, over here, probably want to build an enclosure or habitat over here. This is probably the best place to build the next one, honestly. Instead of building it over on that island and then having to build, like, a bridge across the waterfall, let's do it right here, because there's already a path over here, you know, so... Oh, man, you guys. Okay, hold on. I forgot that, I forgot to do, like, those little, like... little adjustments or whatever you want to call it for the frog, the giant frog or whatever. Where is it? Over here or something? We made that. Oh, here it is right here, I think, right? The frog enclosure. Yeah, the Goliath Frog. Let's look at the exhibit. Let's look at the, okay, humidity's good. Temperature isn't that good, though. So let's go to climate. Temperature, we're going to need to bring that down. Let's go down to 30. Let's go down to 30 there. See if that's going to turn green. Okay, there we go. That's good. And then we also have layout here. Oh yeah, we don't have any layout for it though, so yeah, that sucks. Oh, there he is right there though. I think that's him right there in that little pond. Can I zoom in on him? I guess we can go to, is there a camera here I can, oh, here we go. Hey, here we go, orbit camera. Oh wait, I don't. Oh, there he is down there. I guess you can't see him. I guess it's only orbiting the actual exhibit and not the actual frog in there. But there's a heckin' Goliath Frog in there. I can zoom in on him, but oh man, I can't zoom in on him. I don't know why I can't. Okay, whatever. Forget about that. Anyways, oh, we could even change like the color of the exhibit. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Although I do want to see. We're probably not going to need. Where was it? Oh, down here. Yes, vet research. Kind of want to let Manuel Francis. Let's let him research for the frog over here. Let's let him do research for the frog if we can. Do we have to make? I think we might need to make him stop researching. Okay, yeah, stop researching the ring-tailed lemur stuff. Start researching some frog stuff over here. Oh wait, there we go. Now he's going to start researching some frog stuff. So that's good. So then we'll come back here in just a bit once we have some stuff for him. But for right now, we don't have any layout. We can't give him any decorations and stuff like that. Similar to the hiding spot or whatever for the, whatever this was called. I forgot. Gila Monster, I think? So, this is kind of the layout stuff that we have for him that makes his layout go up. But we don't have anything for the frog just yet, so we need to kind of wait for the research to kind of go through, you know?